Hey guys, this is the second video in our series of the Ioniq 5 with the caravan. It's the last weekend of April, the sun has come out and we're off to go camping on the Moselle. We've got the kayak and we've got Otto the Munsterlander, and off we go on this route from home in Burgundy up through Chaumont in the Haute-Marne, all the way along to one of our most travelled routes at Neufchâteau in the Vosges, and then up the motorway to Toul in Meurthe and Moselle, down onto the River Moselle to Camping Villey le Sec. So here's our normal kit, the Burstner Belcanto with the Ioniq 5 rear-wheel drive. We've charged to 99% at home on the slow charge, 456 kilometers on the clock, but when we plug the caravan in on heavy trailer mode, that comes down to 228, pretty much half the mileage. Quick last check, make sure everything's up and running. Looking pretty lovely on this sunny day. So yep, that's all good. As you can see, we're driving down towards a lovely viaduct here at Chaumont, 600 meters long, 50 arches altogether, over 3 levels, trains on the top. It was quite important in the Second World War. The Germans destroyed 2 arches to stop the Allied advance, but the Allies rebuilt it in 1945. As you can see, we're actually skirting around the edge of Chaumont. We don't want to go through the centre of town with the caravan. And this is heading down past the camping at Chaumont and the pony club at the bottom here. There is one fast charger available for caravans in Chaumont, but that's up the top of town. We'll show you on another video. this is the route all the way around the outside, and here we are leaving Chaumont, heading up towards the road to Neufchâteau. Just about to go over the canal, which is quite lovely. So this is the road to Neufchâteau, one of our most travelled routes. Always head into the mountains of the Vosges for our weekends and our holidays. So this road is always traffic free, very easy going, and quite a lovely drive. So here we are coming down into Andelot-Blancheville. Quite an interesting little village, this one. Dates back all the way to Neolithic times, apparently. The archaeologists have found a very good necropole, a burial ground, with monoliths and all sorts of things. Quite a lot of activity over the years, and most recently, I suppose, as I mentioned earlier on, the advance of the Allies. There was a big battle here in 1944 as the Germans were retreating back towards Strasbourg and the border with Germany. have arrived at Neufchâteau. Not a particularly interesting town, this one, but it's at the crossroads of several roads into the Vosges mountains. On this trip we're going to take the road out to the north, but the good thing here is that there are several chargers, fast chargers. There's one in particular that's caravan friendly. We don't need it today, but it's always there. And there's also several refreshment stops if we do need a quick stop on the way somewhere. Like I say, we're heading north out of town today to get up towards the autoroute on the way up to Nancy. This is the road all the way through there. As you can see, not much traffic. It's always a good drive up here. This is Camping Villey le Sec, a lovely name for a village, but not a particularly lovely village. This is where the junction for the autoroute A31 is. No chargers around here, so if anyone gets this far up, we need to be charged at Neufchâteau behind us. So we're heading on towards the motorway. The Ioniq's doing pretty well at the moment, although we've had a headwind pretty much all the way heading north today. Currently running at about 32.8 kilowatt hours per 100, which is quite high. But here's the motorway slip road up towards the péage, and we'll get on our way around the corner to Toul. Well, it seems this first bit of motorway on the A31 is downhill all the way, so we've actually recovered a bit of energy and we're down to 31.6 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is very nice. Wasn't quite sure what this was ahead of us when we came up towards this, but it turns out it's a truck delivering 2 brand new trucks, so not as bad as it looked when we arrived. So actually that was pretty hectic. We didn't show you the coming off the auto route there. That was quite leery. But here we are through the little industrial estate and commercial estate off to Villey le Sec and then down the hill to the campsite. Nearly there. So here we are at Villey le Sec, 150 kilometers later, and this is looking a little bit busy today. Yep, there seems to be something going on. A bit of a squeeze through here. Some sort of charity event, I think, by the look of this. Just up here somewhere there should be a right turn, not that one. So looking at the sat nav, I hope the sat nav has got it right, because it's down a narrow hill apparently, and there's no here we go. So let's see what this hill is like. The Ioniq is brilliant at things like this. These regen paddles, brilliant slowing the car down and then letting it roll when you need to roll. Not used the brakes yet, actually pretty much since we left home, but this is doing very good on regen 3, and yeah, it's getting a bit narrow now. Okay, this one might need the brake. Let's hope nobody's coming. Yeah, that's okay. It's doing wonders for the regen. Now we've brought the usage right down using that. Hang on, there's a left turn here. This is actually just for the campsite, I think we saw on Google Maps previously. And there you go, there's the campsite, and we finally made it. Let's get ourselves booked in. Well, we asked for a pitch beside the river to help with the kayak, and as you can see, they weren't kidding. So here we are at last, after a fair old drive. Unpacked a little bit, sorted the puppy out, and got the kayak up ready for tomorrow morning when we can get out on that river. So as you can see, pretty lovely, spectacular sight. Here's some numbers from the drive. We've travelled 152 kilometres, 2 hours, just shy of 3 hours, and we've averaged 34.5 kilowatt hours per 100 k's. Got here with 55 k's, but as soon as we unplug, we magically get 111 k's when it comes off of heavy trailer mode. So we can get out and explore, get some food for tea.